Hi, I'm Max.
Hi, and I'm Denise.
And welcome back to another edition of Urban Lifestyles. We've got a great show. Did 3 great segments over the past few weeks. One thing we talked about was we went to something that I think is very near and dear to your heart, which is the Smoketown Festival. We also had an opportunity to interview Alex Bugnon, and then there is a young man who's trying to make a difference down in the Parkland neighborhood. He's opened a laundromat down there. We'll take a quick break and back with more right after this.
Live and on location, by the auction that sold a generation. A bunch of lies and stereotypes, deception designed by the white to blast in your stereo, right? Check it, light or dark you lose, women and men abused, African or American, you choose. Cause when fact remains the same that we're black and we're more than their last names. Don't believe the lie, unify.
Our approach to youth violence prevention, historical. Join the conversation and find out what Louisville Youth Voices Against Violence is doing. Visit pridepeaceprevention.org.
So Denise, I guess this first segment was like taking you back to your younger days when you were a youth running wild in Smoketown.
Yes, it was. It was great seeing everybody coming out to support the Smoketown neighborhood, and additionally all the new activities and things that are coming there in services and so forth, especially for the young people, in which back when I was there we had Grace Hope Presbyterian that offered a lot for us in the community. But let's just take a look.
Oh, it's quite festive here. We are standing live, I must say, in the street on the community that I grew up in Smoketown. So today is called Smoketown Get Down Day. Don't know a lot about it, but I want to introduce you to some ladies who do, Miss Susan Berry and Dana Johnson. So welcome to Urban Lifestyles. Tell us about this historic day and what's going on here.
Well, this is the 4th annual Smoketown Get Down, and it's actually a Smoketown Get Down for democracy. It's all about getting people out to be part of community. I bought one of their t-shirts, and today we're here, the Community Foundation of Louisville, because we have some exciting news about an investment we're going to make in the community.
So how is it that the Community Foundation, what is your link towards the significance with Smoketown then?
Well, this is really our first time putting our toe in the water over here in Smoketown, this beautiful neighborhood. And so we were gifted a wonderful piece of property here in the historic Smoketown neighborhood, and we've been working with some folks to develop it. So we're in the process of that.
So Susan, you're smiling because it sounds as if is this going to be an annual event?
Well, it is an annual event. I just come to support it. This isn't my first time here. I love Smoketown, but the Community Foundation had the opportunity with the Farr family and the Hillericks to put these pieces together, and we're going to make an announcement about what we plan to bring to Smoketown.
Oh, wow. When you say Hillary, it took me back to the Bat Factory because, again, on Finzer, because I grew up in this area.
Well, that's where we're doing the project. So stay tuned. We're going to be marching in just a few minutes to announce this.
So there's a lot of things going on in Smoketown. I want to introduce you to Miss Charlotte Stites, and welcome to Urban Lifestyle, Charlotte.
Thank you so much.
So I see a sign behind you that says Smoketown Family Wellness Center. So what does that mean, and what is your position with all this?
Well, the Smoketown Family Wellness Center has been a new vision for healthcare delivery. And the idea is that you combine clinical care, so medical care for kids, with healthy lifestyle support for the whole family. And it's hard to raise kids, and it takes a lot more than just going to the doctor's office to raise a healthy child. So the idea is that we have everything pulled together in the community together. So I'm a pediatrician, and the medical care will provide medical care for children, well visits, sick visits, vaccines, anything that you typically go to see the doctor for. And then we'll also have exercise classes and cooking classes. We'll have a teaching kitchen in the center. We'll talk about food access, housing, mental and behavioral health issues, really trying to partner with families and see what it is they need to raise their kids to be healthy.
Now, is this a building that's located right here in the heart of Smoketown or somewhere else?
It is. So while right now we're still a vision, we haven't opened yet. We're actually renovating our space just a couple of blocks west. We'll be at 760 South Hancock Street in the old Presbyterian Community Center, which we're really excited to be there. And we're renovating now, and we hope to open in November or December of this year.
Now, would this be for the residents primarily in the Smoketown area, or for those outlined and wanted to come?
So our primary focus is to care for the families here in Smoketown, but we'll see anybody. And the model for this is one that we hope will go to other neighborhoods as well. This is common sense, that families need support and ways to raise their kids to be healthy, helping them be ready for school, helping them be successful in school, and that we can take this model to other neighborhoods as well.
Is there going to be a criteria that they have to meet?
No, there are no criteria for them to meet. If families have insurance, then we'll use their insurance. If they're not able to pay, that will not preclude them from coming. All families are welcome into the center.
Well, Denise, it's great to really see all the great things that are happening in the Smoketown area. I know it has to be near and dear to your heart since you grew up there, and just see all the positive things that are happening.
Yeah.
The mayor was out and other city officials as well.
Revitalization is the word that comes to mind for me. And basically, like I said, I'm glad to see a lot of the community activities and so forth that's there now as it was when I was growing up there. So kudos.
All right. We'll take another break and back with more of Urban Lifestyles right after this.
Southern Indiana's #1 Toyota dealer. Hey folks, just take the bridge for savings. We're offering employee pricing for everyone who walks through the door. Remember, you pay what we pay. Come see me, Rodney Carter. We're closer than you think. Just take I-65, exit 4, Lewis and Clark Parkway, across from the Green Tree Mall, or visit us on the web at JeffWallerClarksvilleToyota.com.
Magic 101.3, Kentuckiana's #1 station for R&B. Magic 101.3.
With your permission.
We're live, local, and Louisville. Magic 101.3, the home of Steve Harvey and Morning Show. We are Magic 101.
Well, if you remember back in the 60s in the West End, in the Parkland area, there was a lot of upheaval.
Yeah.
And now there is a concerted effort to really try to bring about some change. Met a young man who's built a laundromat down in the West End in one of those historic buildings in Parkland. So let's just take a look at this. We're here in the Parkland area, and we're at a new laundromat. It's been open since about April, and I'm here with the owner. His name is Damon Duval. And if you know anything about Louisville and the Parkland area, this is an area that was heavily blighted by the riots back in the late 50s, early 60s. And I'd like to commend you for bringing this great establishment back to the neighborhood. So Damon, tell us a little bit about your vision and how this all came about.
Well, about around maybe a year or two or three ago, a young man came to me that owned the actual building, and he was an investor. Okay. I look for properties. He said, I have no more properties, but my actual apartments behind here, it's like 32 apartments behind here. We need a laundromat. At the time, I was not interested. I didn't know anything about laundromats, and the funding for a laundromat is expensive, very expensive. So I was fishing it out, trying to, broker it somewhere else, and unfortunately, I lost my mother. A tragic accident in December 2014. The city had to, pay us for that. So with that, what we've done is we put the laundromat here in Parkland. I was raised in the daycare that is right next door. My mother's first apartment was around the corner, and my grandmother still lives on Olive Street, which is down the street. So I was raised in this area, and I just felt like, okay, this is a perfect opportunity for me to give back to where I came from. So we put the Parkland here, been very receptive, and we love being here.
So, I know it has to be something you kind of like come full circle. As you said, you grew up in the neighborhood, family grew up here. But to see this establishment to really be like an anchor to help bring the community back, what does that mean?
It means a lot. I did not go into it. I didn't see the bigger picture till the actual community came out and told me how much they appreciate us being here. A lady about a week or two ago said, you have brought up my property value. I was like, oh, I didn't realize I did that. I'm glad I did that. But we've had a lot of good responses. We have kids in the neighborhood to come out, help out. A lot of the older generation said, we really appreciate you. We don't really have an establishment of businesses here in the Parkland like it used to be in the 50s and 60s. This block was filled with businesses. Right now, I think I'm the only one that's solid besides the dental offices. So we're hoping that our Alderman, Jessica Green, she will push more for businesses to come back into Parkland because we're fit for it and we're ready for it. So it means a lot to be the startup. of something big.
You know, when you look at laundromats, you know, back in the day, that was like a staple in every neighborhood.
Right.
And I see in different places where you see them, they're coming, and then of course they kind of fade out. But it's something that's always needed. And you said the people in the community have been very receptive. So do you see this being a start of other maybe franchises you do in other neighborhoods that are needed?
I do want to eventually head to the Shawnee area. There's an old laundromat on Cecil and Broadway that's been closed up, I think, 10 years. Before we put that one here, before we put this laundromat here, we looked at that location, and Maytag, which is helping me, and other businesses, Electrolux is helping me. I said, this is a great opportunity for you to expand and go different places. We're going to wait about 2 or 3 years till we pay off some of the expenses here, and then we're going to actually, hopefully expand out to that area. But right now in the West End, there's only 3 laundromats, including myself.
So you pretty much have what we would say would be a diamond in the rough here.
That's what I've been told. Yeah, that's what I've been told. We try to cater. We're not a franchise. We're family owned. Try to make it family. You come here, you don't feel like a laundromat feel. You feel like a smooth setting, nice music, clean atmosphere. We cater to our customers.
And what are the hours of operation?
Right now we're open 8 a.m. Through 12 a.m. Monday through Saturday, and Sundays 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Now, back in the day, it seems like the busy times for the laundromats, because I remember my mother used to make me go with her. I just remember learning to fold sheets in the laundromat with her. So what are your busiest times?
My busiest times really are Saturdays and Sundays, but right now we have an actual promotion that's going to be ongoing. I have dollar days. Every Tuesday and Wednesday, you can watch for $1. And Tuesday and Wednesday, we're sold out from 8 a.m. all the way to about 11:30 p.m. I'm packed. I had people waiting on the sidelines to use the washers for $1. So I'm the cheapest in town.
Well, Damon, it looks like you're doing some great work here in the community, and I'd like to just commend you on your success and keep up the great work.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Anyone that actually wants to know information, just give us a call. We're always here, and if next time you come out, bring some loads with you.
So you can see Damon is doing some great things. It is a fantastic laundromat. It really is adding a lot to the community. I remember that's where I learned to fold sheets with my mom in the laundromat, and it's just to see that piece of, kind of our history is what I have to call it, still holding on.
There's one thing about it, just about everybody has had the experience of the laundromat.
Yes, this is true. So what is something that we're always looking for?
We are still always looking for new show ideas.
That is correct. So if you've got a great show idea, be sure to go to our website at www.urbanlifestyles.net, and that's lifestyles with the Z. And if we happen to use your show idea, you can win a free oil change from Jeff Weiler Toyota, and we may have something for the Derby City Jazz Festival as well. We'll take another quick break and back with more right after this.
Hello, Kentuckiana. It's Rodney Carter coming to you from Jeff Weiler Automotive Family, and this is your spring break tip of the week. Hey, we want to keep you safe. Go out to your local dealership and ask for a 150-point inspection. What does that mean? You want to make sure your tires are at the right pressure. You want to make sure your brakes are good. You want to make sure your coolant is full. Your brakes, your oil has been changed. There's a whole lot of things that entails an 150-point inspection. But make sure you get it done before you get on the road, because we want to keep you safe. I'm Rodney Carter, Jeff Weiler Urban Lifestyle, tip of the week.
Fall fashions have arrived at GQ Unlimited at 8th and Broadway and Indian Trail Plaza. See Roger and the guys for the city's largest selection of slim-cut suits by Sean John, Perry Ellis, and more. Accessorized with shoes by Stacey Adams and hats by Dobbs and Stetson. Fall means game time and casual wear. Look no further than GQ for a wide selection of designer socks, sport coats, slacks, and sweaters. GQ, where the well-dressed man shops and shops and shops.
Live with beats from the streets with your kinfolk, Easy Bluegrass, your plug for Magic 101.3 Easy in the afternoon.
The fall is the perfect time for money. We got tons of money coming at you. I'm talking about Steve's Cash. It's our cash contest. 5 times a day, you get the opportunity to win $1,000. That's right, Steve Harvey is putting up $1,000 at the top of the 7, 9, 1, and 3 o'clock hour, going on to the 5 o'clock hour. Now, when you hear the keyword at the top of the hour, all you can do is text it to 67760, and you can win $1,000. Like that, your whole Christmas can be paid for in the fall. And also, you cannot forget about the 90s, okay? 80s babies, 90s kids just like me. We got the I Love the 90s block party coming to the Yum Center November the 11th. The show lineup is crazy. You got Guy, you got Teddy Riley, you got Jagged Edge, you also got Monica, you got Drew Hill, all on one stage. You do not want to miss out on the opportunity. Now, you know I got those freebies going in my show. You need to be rocking with me anyway. I got those freebies in the 5 o'clock hour. I always hook somebody up with something free right after the 5 o'clock ride out. And also, I got your playlist at 4 when you get to pick my 4 jams. You get to pick the vibe. This is all happening on my show, 3 to 7. Your Ken Folk Easy Bluegrass, easy in the afternoon, Magic 101.3, your R&B station. We live from the streets, baby.
Well, Denise, you know, we have one of our great partners is the Louisville Water Company. And thanks to Kelly Deering-Smith, she gave us an opportunity to talk to some of what we like to call Louisville Water Company heroes. So take a look at this.
Violence prevention, historical. Join the conversation and find out what Louisville Youth Voices Against Violence is doing. Visit pridepeaceprevention.org.
My name is Laurentina Smith. I've been with Louisville Water Company for 18 years. Right now, I'm a lead operator apprentice, and what that is, I do operate as an operator when my relief is gone on vacation or is not here. You know, I step up as a lead operator because I do have my license. Well, we take care of making sure everybody has clean, fresh water, safe water when they turn on their tap, basically. And what we do is make sure everything runs smooth here. We pump the water up from the river and bring it up here and treat it, and it goes out to the customers. Sometimes it can be nerve-wracking because it's scary because, you know, not only we take care of make sure the customers have water, that's our family too. So you don't want anybody to, you know, get sick over what you know, producing. So what we do is try to make sure that we send out fresh, clean drinking water because it's a career type job. And you're learning stuff every day. I like the fact that every day it's never the same. When you come in every day, it could be something different. And I like learning. I like being at the plant. I love being up here and experiencing different things and not being out doing the same thing every day. It's every day when I come here, it could be something different. And I love the fact of being able to do that. And when I step up, that's important. And I love it. My family likes that I have this job. My father would have been proud of me. He's not here now, but he used to bring me up here all the time when I was a little girl. I have family members that come in from Alabama, Georgia. They love our water. They do. Yeah. Okay. They wish they could bottle it up and take it with them. Pure Tap, the best in the nation. Louisville Pure Tap.
Energy company.
We are mothers,
Fathers,
neighbors, and friends.
Working hard when the weather is good.
and even harder when it's not.
With online updates to keep you safe and informed during a storm.
Programs to save you energy and money.
And new projects to help us provide cleaner, more reliable energy.
We're more than an energy company.
We are LG&E.
We're LG&E.
We are LG&E.
Our energies go to serving.
When you learn about your history, you feel proud about your history. And then you're gonna see other people who look like you, and you're gonna say, both of us should be proud of who we are. Why would we want to harm each other?
Our approach to youth violence.
You know, Denise, there was a super concert out in Iroquois Park a few weeks ago. Alex Bugnon and, of course, Bonnie James. We got an opportunity to catch up with Gerald Bell, who is GAB Production, who made this all happen. Put on a great summer series, and we got an opportunity to spend some time with Alex Bugnon. So just take a look. Alex Bouillon, one of my favorite entertainers. Welcome back to Louisville, Kentucky. You're here quite a bit, and we never miss you when you're in town. I know you've been in the music business for over 30 years. You do what you do very well. And just reading your bio, I didn't realize that, you're from Switzerland and connection to, is it George Duke? No, it's not George Duke.
George Duke is a very fond connection, but Donald Byrd.
Donald Byrd, that's who I meant.
My uncle.
Okay, so tell us about that relationship.
Well, that relationship started when I was about 5 years old. I met him in the hospital. My tonsils had just got taken out, and he brought me a 4-story garage with an elevator for my cars. So it was wonderful. And he called me his nephew just then. Okay. You know, my aunts, my mother's sister, and he were in a very, very long relationship, almost since they were like 20 years old, until they died, you know. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That is excellent. So talk to me a little bit about your music style. You know, it seems like it encompasses a whole lot. And when did you know that this is what you were going to be doing for the rest of your life?
When I was 14, after spending the summer with Donald, I saw how he was conducting his life, how he spent his days from practicing. He was so regimented, and I loved that. Practicing, listening, writing, rehearsing, sound check, performance, same thing all over again the next day. And I said, that's what I want to do. And I was about 14 years old.
And, you know, as you look at music today, how it's changed, how it's progressed, what are some of the changes that you've noticed, and where do you see jazz, your style of jazz, going?
I have no idea where it's going, and that's the beauty of it, because there is no more formula. And to me, that's what destroyed a little bit of the beauty, what was beautiful about it 20 years ago. You know, everybody it was just some really good stuff, funky. But after that, smooth jazz radio and broadcast architecture in particular got hold of the format and the radios, and they started dictating what was supposed to be played and what not to be played, with focus groups and all that crap. It's just good for when you're trying to sell, you know, potato chips and everything like that. But so it is. I don't know. The beauty of that is all that is gone, and now it's you kind of do whatever you want, and if it sticks, it does. If it doesn't, you do something else, and I kind of love it, you know.
That's great. Now, last question, because I know you're getting ready to go on stage in just about 10 minutes. You know, when you go into the studio and you're trying to put together an album, you know, where does this come from? Where do you pull your creative juices from?
My creative juices, I really have to be alone and in one place for at least a week or 2 weeks, and nothing exterior brings me music. It all comes from within. So I just have to sit down and do it every day in a quiet place by myself, which has been this last year has been kind of challenging because I have a 1-year-old baby girl.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
Thank you. So.
Better you than me.
Yeah, so it's been challenging trying to find time to do what I need to do to keep this going for her.
Right. Now, you know, you've got a huge body of music. If you had to pick one song, what's your favorite out of everything that you've done?
Oh my God, this is so wrong. God, I have so many tunes that I like. I would say I've been into one that I did on my Southern Living record, which I recorded in 2003, and it's called Slow Drag. I like that one. It's always good for me to go back to Love Season, and I might want to re-record that, but it's more like a Keith Jarrett trio kind of ballad, very jazzy, Bill Evans kind of stuff. So I would like to do that. So that would be also one of my favorites, and it seems to be people's favorite because they always curse me out because I didn't play it on the show.
Well, they're going to curse you out because you don't do everything that you've done over the last 30 years.
I got 175 tunes that I have to choose 8 of those for a show. So it's hard to please everyone.
I'm here with Gerald Vail, and he is the producer of the GAB Productions and the concert series. Been putting on some fabulous shows in 2017 all throughout Louisville, and this concert is no exception. Welcome to Urban Lifestyles.
Oh, thank you so much. Good to be here, Max.
All right, so tell us about the show tonight, and what can we expect coming up?
Oh, tonight is our finale, so you know it's going to be big. It's got to be. Tonight we got Boney James as our feature, which is always a crowd pleaser, especially since he got the #1 music out right now. And everybody in Louisville loves Alex Bugnon.
You are exactly right. So, you know, when you look at the music industry that's out there, it seems like that there's a resurgence as it relates to smooth jazz. What do you attribute it to?
I think that the generation now is our generation. The older crowd is starting to come out. They're getting rid of the kids, and they're ready to come out and party. And this is the music we party to. There is no real music out anymore. It's all technology and rap, which is young people stuff. So for the people that love music, this is what they look for, and it's back.
You know, I notice when you travel across the country, because we go to jazz festivals here, we go in other cities, it just seems like it's kind of like, almost like Jimmy Buffett, you know, people follow jazz music. So you think that's great for it?
I think it is great, and I think we're looking at what's the beginning. It's starting now, the resurgence is coming. We start small, but gradually, like tonight's crowd's gonna show, people love it.
So what can we expect coming up next from you in relationship to your series? I know you're not going to go dormant for the summer, for the winter, so what can we expect in the fall and winter?
Oh, well, in the fall, we're going to do at least one more smooth jazz, R&B type flavor. We're going to try to bring Kim or Will Downing. Will Downing hasn't been in Louisville for a while, as long as I can remember, so he might be our next flavor. But next summer, this season going again. So we're going to hit the jazz season one more time in summer 18.
And I know you're not only doing jazz here in Louisville, you're doing it in other cities as well?
Exactly. We're across the country. So we do things in Dayton, Cincinnati, Nashville. Louisville's just a stop along the way. And then we go as far as Florida. We go to Miami. We're everywhere.
Well, you can see Alex Bugnon put on a great show, and we're going to look forward to GAB and his production as it comes back again next year. And just happen to be out here in the Westport Village, running into this young lady here, and you are headed to the Bahamas, and with all of the things that have been happening in the area, has it changed your travel plans at all, or made you a little bit more concerned about traveling?
No, we've been watching the weather for some time now, and so it's doing okay at the Bahamas, where Nassau is where we're going. So,
all right.
So far, so good.
So she feels good about it. So, Annette, another Louisville native, beating the odds and heading to the islands. We'll be back with more of Urban Lifestyles next week. I'm Max. See you next time.
This is an original